Hey guys, this is Shadro.
And Fodro.
And...
Yeah, we're original.
Alright, a couple things before we start. First, if you have any even remote inkling of a thought that you might play this game at some point, start watching now and do that instead, because this is a very personal experience kind of game. Like, you want to play it for yourself and see what happens rather than watch other people do it. And also, this is a very audio-heavy game, so there'll be a lot of, like, listening to what's happening rather than us just making jokes out the whole thing. So, we'll still talk occasionally, but it will probably be a very lax experience on our part.
Yeah. It'll be very boring for you because you're just going to be watching. It'll be like playing the game for yourself, and then occasionally some people go, nah.
Pretty much.
Or it'll be like the cam rips if you get, like, from a movie, if you completely legally download it. You're like, it does the job, but then you hear people go, and
You
then
see someone, like, stand up halfway through the movie and just be like,
sit the fuck down! It's just like I'm there!
Alright, I've already played the original Stanley Parable mod. Fertro played it kind of, but doesn't remember most of it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't remember much of it at all.
So Fertro will have the first run through of Stanley.
Okay.
Begin the game.
Okay. The end is never the end. Is never the end.
Is never the
This
end?
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
See, I would love this job. Like, it would be boring as heck, but at least it would be simple and manageable.
Yeah, you'll be paid to do.
This is what employee 427 did every
Like being
day,
paid to
every
take a
morning,
dump.
every
God, that'd be awesome.
although others
Because you could, like, bring your DS and, like, play on that, and then it would be like, press this button, and keep playing.
But it looks like the button pressing is really constant. So it'll be kind of like press A, press B, press 12.
But you
press-
could bring a TV series or something then.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's go on an adventure.
Okay, let's go. God. It's like I'm gonna walk slowly, and then it's like, oh God, I'm gonna walk fast!
Yeah.
Words were gone. What could it mean?
No mind.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I get my own office.
Yeah,
So
you
they-
don't get a cubicle, you
Yeah.
get a whole separate room to yourself.
I am so high up in this business of button pushing.
You are at least rank 3 among 5.
I wonder what's in there. Oh, got stuck on a drawer. Is that poo? No, it's not poo.
I bet you can possibly, like, go around that way at some point.
Maybe. No clip. Hey.
To the ladder.
That's a funny looking employee.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck the police!
This is, who cares
This
about
was
going
not
left?
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, employee lounge, bitches.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
This is
Just
the
to
most
spend a few moments
uninspired.
here in the
Like, are they paintings or
I
photos?
think they're actually photos.
Like,
yeah.
they're
Stanley's
actually
simply
photos, but in the
drinking it
universe, are they
all
meant to be photos or are they meant to be
I
paintings?
think they're supposed to be photos. Just, yeah. I mean, I suppose that's kind of the majority of nature photography, isn't it?
I just wish I could take a picture of my front yard and just be like, give me heaps of money for this.
I know, right? Well, you have, if you could paint me, like, you know, paint me like one of your French girls, kind of think Titanic, this me though, naked on the couch. If you could paint that,
But eager
make
to
me a
get
girl,
back to
and then
business,
call it Inner
Stanley
Beauty,
took the first
you would
of
have
his left.
fat chicks all over your crotch. Should I?
Uh,
No!
All right.
Uh-oh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's true. All right. Let's see.
I feel this was a mistake. I'm gonna go back. Yeah. Can I move the dolly around? No.
Nope. You have little to no control.
Look, Stanley, I think
Ah!
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I only fell off.
Someone you've been neglecting.
Can I actually fall off?
Someone you forgot.
I think I would actually be able to.
Do you want to try?
Stop trying to make.
I don't want to kill myself. I'm
Well,
not
you might
that-
not die. I don't
For
know.
me, I'm asking for her.
Her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
You can try.
Nope. Ah.
So who's her, she, lady?
Oh.
Hershey bar?
Yes. I am in love with a Hershey bar. I'll sneak through the
It's just like, who?
Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Shit.
Just pick up the phone.
I picked it up.
Oh god. What? Oh.
Oh, it's like
Stanley,
apartments.
Is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh god.
Gotcha. Oh, come
You're
on.
dead.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Alright. Looks like the
Hello.
mannequin's just on an axis. Just like,
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No!
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there,
Yeah.
pushing
Yeah.
buttons, doing exactly
That's cool though,
what
how
he's
they've
told
mapped it to
to
the
Yeah.
controller as well.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic
Is there anything through there?
adventures. From behind
can't
his
get there.
desk, Stanley dreamed
chair
of
in the
wild
way.
expeditions into the
Unless I
unknown.
crouch. Nope. I
Fantastic
can't crouch.
discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ooh,
And so
what
he
TV?
began to fantasize about his own job.
Wait, where'd the
First,
TV
he
go?
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up
Turned
from
into
his
a
desk
filing
and
cabinet.
realized that
Damn
all his
it!
coworkers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the
So
boys.
he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered
Ah!
through this fantasy world, he
Oh,
began to
God.
live with many
happened
possible
to my
paths
floor?
and
Ew.
destinations.
It's turning
Down
into the
one
office.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no
Ah!
answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
We are
I'm trying
Stanley.
to tell him this. That in reality, he will never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I bet nothing happens if you don't press it. So it's like it won't progress unless you press a button.
Great.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What?